Mount Athos is a truly mystical place. This special peninsula is found in northern Greece. It juts out into the Aegean Sea. It is a unique place, a monastic republic. This means it is governed by monks. It is a hidden gem, largely untouched by our busy modern world. When you go there, you feel like you are stepping back in time. It is a journey into another era, a spiritual sanctuary. It is often called the Garden of the Virgin Mary. This special name tells you how holy it is considered by many. It is a place set apart for prayer and devotion, a spiritual haven for centuries. Mount Athos has a special status. It is an autonomous, self-governing monastic state. This has been its way for over 1,000 years. One very unique rule is this ancient decree bans women and most children from entering. This rule makes Athos even more enigmatic. It helps to preserve its unique character. This essay will be your guide to this amazing place. We will explore its many well-kept secrets. A journey to Mount Athos is a journey for the soul. The story of Mount Athos begins with early hermit monks. These brave men arrived many centuries ago. Some say it was in the 9th century. Others believe it was even earlier than that. Imagine their difficult search for true solitude. They chose this rugged and wild landscape for a reason. They deeply desired a place far from worldly distractions. Their devotion to God was truly immense. A very important moment came in the year 963 AD. Saint Athanasius the Athonite founded the great Lavra monastery. This was the first major monastery on the Holy Mountain. It marked the real beginning of organized communal monasticism there. The Byzantine emperors also played a very crucial role. They offered their powerful patronage. They gave protection to the growing monastic communities. Monastic life on Mount Athos grew and flourished. More and more monasteries were built. Today, there are 20 ruling monasteries that continue this legacy. Athos soon became a bright beacon of Orthodox Christianity. It attracted monks from all across the Orthodox world. The Holy Mountain has also faced many periods of hardship. Yet, through all these trials, Mount Athos endured. This remarkable resilience is a core part of its powerful story. Mount Athos is often called a living museum of Byzantium. The incredible art you see there is Byzantine. The ancient architecture of the monasteries is Byzantine. The beautiful liturgical practices also have deep Byzantine roots. This continuous connection to the Byzantine Empire is vital. It is central to the identity of the Holy Mountain. Athos carefully preserves a spiritual and cultural heritage. This heritage has sadly vanished in many other places. The peninsula is known worldwide as the Holy Mountain. This title reflects its profound spiritual importance. It is a place entirely dedicated to prayer. Its main purpose is the glorification of God. The entire land of the peninsula is considered consecrated ground. This deep spiritual atmosphere is almost tangible. The Theotokos, the Virgin Mary, holds a very special place here. Mount Athos is famously known as her garden. An ancient legend tells that she was once shipwrecked on its shores. She was so moved by its beauty that she blessed it. This deep devotion to Mary is absolutely central to Athonite spirituality. Mount Athos has had a huge influence on the wider Orthodox world. This influence continues even today. It remains a vital and vibrant spiritual center for Orthodox Christians everywhere. Planning a visit to Mount Athos requires careful preparation. Visitors who are predominantly male pilgrims need a special permit. This permit is called A. The process of obtaining this permit itself prepares you. It encourages you to think about the journey ahead. The main way to reach Mount Athos is by boat. Ferries depart from the small ports of Ouranoupoli or Yerissos. As the boat travels across the water, you see the coastline. The imposing monasteries start to appear on the cliffs. A strong sense of leaving the ordinary secular world behind begins here. The slow and steady approach by sea builds anticipation. You are gradually entering a realm set apart, a different kind of kingdom. Travel between the various monasteries is part of the experience. This might be by another boat trip along the coast. Often it is by walking the ancient stone paths. Walking these old paths is a spiritual exercise in itself. It connects you to the countless pilgrims who walked them before. The journey itself, not just the destination, is deeply important on Athos. Section 5. A different rhythm. The unique life of an Athonite monk. The life of an Athonite monk is built upon sacred vows. These are the vows of poverty, chastity, and obedience. These three vows form the very foundations of their existence. In practice, poverty means renouncing personal possessions. Chastity means a life of celibacy. Obedience means submitting their will to their spiritual father and the monastery. It is a life wholly and completely dedicated to God. They choose to renounce worldly ambitions for a higher calling. The appearance of a monk is distinctive. They typically wear simple black robes, known as a raisin. They usually have long beards, a sign of their tradition. They often carry a prayer rope called a komboskini. This is used for reciting the Jesus prayer. These are all external symbols of their deep commitment. They signify a separation from worldly concerns and fashions. The monks on Mount Athos come from diverse backgrounds. They arrive from many different countries around the world. They bring with them varied life experiences, yet they all share a common unifying purpose. That purpose is to seek God and live a life of prayer. Their seclusion from the outside world is a key aspect of their life. This choice is not about trying to escape from life's problems. Section 6. Guardians of Tradition, Daily Routines and Devotion. The daily life of a monk revolves around a cycle of church services. This cycle often begins very early, long before the sun rises. There is matins, the various hours of prayer, and the divine liturgy. The sound of ancient Byzantine chant fills the historic churches. This sacred rhythm of prayer structures their entire day, every day. It is a tradition that has remained largely unchanged for many centuries. Monks on Mount Athos are not idle, they are industrious. They engage in various forms of work known as. This work can include tending to the monastery gardens. It might be cooking meals for the Brotherhood and Pilgrims. Some monks are skilled icon painters or woodcarvers. Others work on restoring precious ancient manuscripts. Some might go fishing to provide food. This work is considered a form of prayer and service. It supports the community and its guests. Personal prayer and dedicated study are also vital. The Jesus prayer, Lord Jesus Christ, Son of God, have mercy on me, a sinner, is repeated constantly. Monks often use their prayer ropes to help count these prayers. Communal meals are an important part of their daily routine. The food is usually simple and vegetarian. Section 7. Nature's Sanctuary, the breathtaking beauty of Athos. The natural landscape of Mount Athos is truly breathtaking. Imagine rugged, majestic mountains reaching towards the sky. Picture dense, ancient forests covering the slopes. See the pristine, unspoiled coastline with its clear, azure waters. And of course, there is the peak of Mount Athos itself. It towers impressively over the entire peninsula. Nature here is largely untouched by modern development. It remains wild, pure, and incredibly beautiful. This raw beauty inspires awe. The flora and fauna of Athos are rich and diverse. Ancient chestnut and oak trees grace the forests. Countless species of wildflowers and fragrant herbs grow abundantly. Many of these plants are unique to this special area. The air is often filled with the delightful sound of birdsong. The monks have traditionally lived in close harmony with this natural environment. They see it as God's precious creation. Therefore, it must be respected and carefully preserved for future generations. This magnificent natural beauty contributes greatly to the profound serenity. Nature and spirituality are deeply intertwined here. Section 8. A treasure trove of culture, art, architecture, and manuscripts. The monasteries of Mount Athos are like magnificent fortresses of faith. They have imposing stone walls, quiet courtyards, and tall towers. Each of the 20 ruling monasteries has its own unique architectural style. They are not static buildings, they are living history. They have been built, expanded, and restored over many centuries. Each stone seems to tell stories of unwavering faith, dedicated labor, and remarkable endurance through changing times. Inside these monasteries, you find incredible, priceless art. Beautiful frescoes, sacred icons, and intricate mosaics adorn the churches. They also decorate the refectories, where monks eat their meals. Many of these artworks are masterpieces of Byzantine and post-Byzantine art. They are not merely decorations for the monks. They are considered windows to heaven, aids to prayer. They teach biblical stories and inspire deep devotion. The monasteries also house remarkable libraries. These libraries contain thousands of ancient manuscripts. Some of these texts are unique in the world and absolutely priceless. The monks are the dedicated guardians of this immense cultural heritage. These manuscripts form a vital link to the past. They preserve knowledge and wisdom from many centuries ago. Section 9. The Enduring Call, Why Athos Matters and How to Explore Further. Why is Mount Athos so special? Continuous prayer for over 1,000 years, a beacon of spiritual tradition, stability in a changing world, a glimpse into a life centered on faith. Respect its ancient traditions, learn through books, documentaries, and online resources. Mount Athos inspires people everywhere, a hidden gem of peace and devotion.